Okay, another Subaru shout out for the Subaru fanboys that seem to get butthurt when I talk about things in an honest fashion because they can't wrap their minds around putting cheap products on their cars, but yet they continue to do it anyway and then take it out on me like it's my fault. So here we go. An actual Subaru tech sent me these today, and another Subaru tech mentioned when you get those filters, maybe seeing another comparison between the Japan filters and the American-made filters, the quality difference, maybe they'll shut up and start respecting what you're saying instead of trying to fight you over things. Somebody popped up last night. You can see in the previous Subaru video, he was a parts guy for Subaru, and I seem to have deserved the right to be corrected over filters that I don't even know why I was being corrected on. It was a WRX, really wide filter, and a standard top blue Subaru filter like this. I wasn't saying they're the same filter. I basically put them up to each other and showed that the O-rings were the same and that they could possibly fit. I did not say they were the same, but I had to be corrected. So again, we go back to quality versus cheap frame style design. This has like 55 pleats and this was 49 or 50. So the Japan one did have more pleats to it. The media is 10 times stronger. It has a rolled steel top and bottom cap. The anti-feedback diaphragm is of really good quality and seems to be much stronger than the standard style American. It's tough. The holes seem to be slightly bigger in the Japan version. There's less of them, but they are just a tad bit larger than the American version. So I do understand why they do this here, and they put a smaller anti-feedback diaphragm in it just for the simple fact that they have larger holes but more in a condensed area, so they don't need as big of a anti-feedback diaphragm. And you come over to the same filter in the same category here, and it's got a very flimsy Fram style insert. It's got the same markings on it, Parker, with the same style numbers, 217 like you typically see. Standard typical Fram fashion bypass valve. May not be the same spring rating. Somebody was like, oh yeah, but that spring rating is like 22 psi instead of 12 psi. Okay, so this filter can really plug up before it bypasses. That's great. Anyhow, we'll move on from that. Just a stamped leaf spring with the bypass valve in the bottom. Looks like of decent quality. End cap, just typical, thin. I can identify 3 threads in the end of it. And the Japan version, I can identify 4 threads in the end of it. So it seems to make better contact here. This one, not so much. I can identify pretty decent thick thread end, not too thick. This one here seems to be slightly larger threads and better contact strength. Just threw another filter in here just to say they're a taller filter. Just your standard style. It's not a weak can by any means. It's actually a decently strength can, but these are also shorter, smaller cans, so they're going to feel stronger. Your standard style pleats with just a metal strip holding the ends of the pleats together, cardboard top and bottom. I'm not going to trash the top and bottom, but it's of low quality. We all know that. It would be really easy for me to rip this thing apart. Same here. I can identify 2, maybe 3 threads in this thing because it starts at the bottom and kind of gives you an illusion that there's a thread there, but it's not. It's 1, 2, 3. So I can see 3 threads again in the American version, 4 threads in the Japanese version. The anti-feedback diaphragm seems to be of somewhat better quality and strength overall. These are just very thin, very flimsy, but I'm not saying that there has to be a reason why they're any stronger than the way Fram makes these for Subaru. The can, again, decent strength, not super thin, not super flimsy, but these are tiny cans, so they're actually going to feel and act a lot stronger than some of the longer, larger ones. This is much thicker. The can on the Japan one seems to be much thicker, much stronger. It just seems to be a better quality can overall. It's just more pleating, looks like some kind of synthetic media type stuff. Just very strong, full of glue all the way around the ends. Nothing, you can see like no gaps. Just very nice, very even, very aesthetic all the way around the way they put this filter together. And then you can look here and just see it's globbed, and there's holes in between the pleats and stuff like that. Not every part is if I'm trying to be petty and trying to nitpick everything, this is just a low quality cheap filter. I'm not saying it's not a sufficient filter. Let's not go there. What I am saying, it is a much lower quality than something like this here. It's a phenomenal filter. It looks like a very good quality, very high end, very nice top and bottom cap, very nice bypass valve in it. Just the setup is a very nice setup. This would be a manufacturer filter that I would just love to run on the car forever. It seems like it's of super good quality compared to the standard American Subaru filter. So there's our second shout out. Shop versus Japan versus American versus American. So there you go. That's my take. So let's go correct away in the comment section, Subaru fanboys, or maybe you can say thank you for once. Thank you for breaking this down and taking your time and wasting somebody else's money other than mine and showing me what I'm actually using, because I appreciate you, because that's what I do. Thanks guys, I appreciate you. On to the next episode of Raw EPR, eating sludge from an engine, STP high mileage like the synthetic flush formula versus EPR mixed with oil concentrate. So those two are mixed in proportionally, and then that's straight EPR on the left. Just gonna see what's happening there next. So we're getting into the deep chemical stuff now to see what's going on. Y'all be blessed. Thank you again, Subaru fanboys. I'm just kind of giving you a hard time because so many of you have been talking shit to me lately, and I just kind of wanted to put you in your place a little bit, because I do this as a profession. I'm not out here to anger you, but I am also out here to tell you that I won't be disrespected because somebody clearly can't see the quality of one versus the other. Y'all have a blessed day.